Hi, this is Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about The Handmaid's Tale. This content has major spoilers for the show. Just putting that out there. So, The Handmaid's Tale is a very interesting show, and I was watching it last night, and I realized something that was really kind of unique. So, the handmaid is involved in so she is kept by the commander's family. So the commander is this high up official within the power structure that keeps the handmaidens in the social and cultural structure that they have. So America has been remade where essentially women have very, very few rights. They can't read, they can't buy, they can't own, right? And so, I mean, which is, that is a major problem in that women don't really have any, their power is incredibly limited, right? And their freedom is incredibly limited. That's what I thought at first. And so that's one of the things I saw in yesterday's show that was that really, really opened my eyes. And it was and because the show is so well written, I thought it showed something that I've not seen shown in many other shows at all, or in film, which is really interesting. So Offred, the woman played by Elizabeth Moss, she is the primary handmaiden, and she has been assigned to the commander's house. Okay, and so the commander's wife, and the commander's driver, and then there's a Martha, who's this woman who does all the menial tasks within the house, right? So those are now there's lots of people within the story, but those are our primary players, right? And in the commander's house, that is an issue. So one of the things they show right out of the gate is that the commander and the commander's wife have all this power over the handmaiden, okay? So the handmaiden has been sent to this place, and her job is to become with child with the commander's child, right? And actually this is done when, between the commander and the commander's wife and the handmaiden, okay? So there are some religious structures that this would model even today, right? Which is kind of unusual. All right. So you have this situation, right, that in how they're conceiving. And the commander's wife is very strict with Offred and really lords over the power of her position over Offred, the handmaid, okay? But what happens is Offred comes in, and she's desperate to become, well, actually, she's just really horrified by her situation. And so it highly behooves her to become pregnant, because if she becomes pregnant, the way she's treated is changed. So there was a period where the commander's family thought that she was pregnant, and they treated her immensely better. And the reality why is she's carrying the child. So they want to care for the child, but because the child is within her, they have to treat her well to treat the child well, okay? So it behooves her to become with child from the commander, okay? So they're attempting to get that done. Well, what happens is there comes a point where it's clear that she's not pregnant, right? And they go back to treating her poorly, and she's actually put into this room all by herself. And then she says to the commander, when she gets a chance to talk to him, I would really like to be free, right? Well, the other thing is she's being sent away to get medical care so that she always in the best condition to be fertile and to then become with child, right? Well, when she goes to one of these appointments, she's told that the issue is the commander and the commander's family historically have been quite infertile. So she realizes that the problem is not her, okay? And she also gets these clues that she is not the first handmaiden that's been sent to the commander's house. In fact, she might be the third or fourth or fifth, and that at least one of them has already committed suicide, okay? That's a lot of major information. So finally, Offred has information, okay? And at this point, she has virtually no freedom. She is told when she can leave the house. She's told what she can eat. She's not allowed to read. I mean, she has no freedom, okay? But that's one thing that's interesting is as soon as she realizes that they need her to do her part smoothly. And the reason why is the commander and the commander's family are beholden to the society at large. This society that has set up the handmaiden structure, right? And that if they continually fail and are not doing anything with the handmaidens they're given, they're going to stop being given handmaids, and they're also going to be stopped being given power in that society. So she realizes that she may be their last chance. Like, they've gotten handmaids before. The commander has never gotten any of them pregnant, and so, or with child. And at that point, she realizes, oh my goodness, I have power over them because they desperately need my participation. They need my buy-in. They need me to cooperate. And she leverages that to get more freedom around the house and to be able to go, to go outside more and to get better food, but one of the things that it showed me was, based on the structure of society and culture, you can have a situation where someone has almost no freedom, but actually has quite a bit of power, particularly at given time frames, right? And one of the reasons why this is because of sunk costs, right? So basically, once you train someone, once you put somebody into a position to do something, or they just have the capabilities to do something, most of the time, with anything that is really challenging to do or worthwhile to do, it can be very hard to replace someone who you are working with to accomplish almost any goal, because they're using a grouping of knowledge, they're using a grouping of skill sets, they're using innate abilities, and that's exactly what's happening with Offred, right? She is there, right? She's already been positioned, and she's in the house. She is fertile, right? And she has the ability to give that family a child, right? But even though she has no freedom, she has come to understand that she actually has quite a bit of power. And that is fascinating. I had never really thought that you might see a situation in which someone had virtually no freedom but had a lot of power. And so I really, once I saw that, I was like, this is a very well-written show. And so it just really made me think, the idea of having power but having no freedom. And really very interesting. I'm continuing to really be curious where they're going to head with this Handmaid's Tale. Take care.